Dear soul, there are moments when the sky seems determined to speak to us at any cost, and when that happens, it's not always subtle. Today, the angels showed me something urgent about you, and they asked, with rare intensity, that this message reach your hands, your heart. They're not just whispering, they're shouting. And you know why? Because you need to hear something that could completely change your life. The love of your life is more present than ever, and you can no longer ignore the signs. Have you ever felt like you're being watched by destiny itself? As if the coincidences surrounding you are actually the universe's attempts to get your attention? Maybe you've noticed that certain songs pop up out of nowhere, that certain names repeat in the most unexpected places, or that dreams are becoming too vivid to forget by dawn. That's exactly what's happening. The angels are making noise. They want you to know that you're not alone, and that something very important about the love of your life is about to happen. But before continuing this message, write this mantra in the comments. I deserve prosperity, and I am a magnet for abundance. Now, continuing the message, there is someone who, even in silence, still carries your name in their heart. This person may be physically near or far, but the energy between you still vibrates. It hasn't faded, and the angels know you feel it. You know that discomfort in your chest when you think of them, that emptiness no distraction can fill. It's your angel trying to alert you. It's not your imagination. There's a living connection. There's an unfinished story, and there are truths that need to emerge. Now imagine a simple scene, but one filled with emotion. You walking somewhere, maybe a market, a square, or even your living room. Suddenly, for no reason, your heart races. You remember a smile, a touch, a word spoken long ago. And this memory hits you so hard that you have to pause for a second. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a call, a request from your angel for you to stop running from this truth. And what if I told you that this person has also been experiencing moments like this, that they wake up at night thinking of you, that they avoid looking at your social media because they know that just seeing your photo makes their heart clench in a way they can't explain? What would you do with this information? Ignore it, or listen to the angel trying to guide you back to where love has always been waiting for you? The love of your life, even if confused, feels you, and the angels are here to remind you that not every separation is the end. Sometimes distance is just preparation, a silence that precedes reconciliation. But for that to happen, you need to stop hiding from yourself. You need to listen to your angel, because they're shouting for you not to give up on what was real, on what is still real. I remember a story the angel showed me, and I believe it's a mirror for you. A woman, strong and sweet, believed for years that love was over, that the intense relationship, full of ups and downs, was a thing of the past. But every time she tried to move on, something pulled her back. It was the signs, repetitive dreams, unexpected encounters with acquaintances of that someone, songs playing out of nowhere. And when she decided to stop and truly listen, she realized it wasn't the past calling, it was the future. The love was still there, and it just needed courage to be lived again. Dear one, your angels aren't just watching, they're moving. They're orchestrating reunions, healings, and truths. But they need you to do your part, to no longer ignore what you feel, to not try to fill what is unique with what is fleeting. The love of your life has a name, has a story, and the angels are saying, it's not over yet. There's more, so much more. Have you noticed how certain places remind you of him? How certain scents stir your memory, as if transporting you to another time? That's spiritual, that's real. It's not just a memory. It's your energy field being activated by what still pulses within you. Your angel is trying to show you that it's not too late, that if you open your heart, you can experience something even more beautiful than you've already lived. But for that, you need to make a decision. Will you keep ignoring the signs, pretending everything is resolved, or will you allow yourself to listen? Will you allow yourself to feel? The angels ask you, with love, to look within, to listen, to accept, to trust. They are on your side, but they can't choose for you. If this person who occupies your thoughts reappeared today, would you be ready? Or would you let pride speak louder? Often it's not the other person who is distant, it's us who distance ourselves from our own selves, who create barriers where there should be bridges, who close doors out of fear of getting hurt, but forget that true love heals, not harms. And this person, no matter how much they've erred, is feeling, and they will act. But they need to know that you still believe. Dear one, your angel is shouting, please listen. The love of your life is not just any love. It's the one that changes everything, that stirs your soul, that doesn't fade away. And that is, at this very moment, trying to find its way back to you. In the next section, you'll discover exactly what this person has been feeling in the last few days, and why the angels are acting now with such force. But that's not all. There's something even deeper happening. There's something your angel wants you to know urgently. It's not an exaggeration. It's a cry. This person who, for so long, carried their feelings silently, has started to feel a kind of pressure that doesn't come from outside, but from within. A restlessness that keeps them awake, that makes them look at their own mistakes with more honesty. They're not well, and the reason, my dear, is you. What the angels show me is someone sitting, perhaps even with their phone in hand, staring at your name on the screen, but unable to write a word, because every word seems too small. Compared to what needs to be said, there's regret, there's fear, but above all, there's love. A love that's fighting against pride, against excuses, against everything that once prevented you from being happy. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments. 2. Everything is happening as planned. I trust and I call. If you felt that this message resonated with you, also leave a gesture of light through the Worth a Lot button. Your loving support helps us continue bringing messages that touch the soul and illuminate hearts like yours. Back to the message. This person is tired of pretending, tired of hiding their feelings and keeping up a role they can no longer sustain. They've been living an internal battle between silence and the desperate need to say what they feel for you. You know when the heart seems to scream inside, but the mouth can't keep up. That's how they've been living their days, and every new dawn is like a reminder that you're missing. That time has passed, but it hasn't taken away what was true. The angels show that there are signs being placed in this person's path, dreams about you, memories that surface out of nowhere, encounters with people who remind them of you. All of these are triggers prepared by spirituality to lead them to a decision. And this decision is close, very close. But they still need confirmation, something that makes them feel that in taking this step, they won't be rejected, won't be ignored. Can you imagine how this person feels when they realize that time hasn't erased what they tried to bury, that neither another relationship nor new distractions could replace what you had? The angels show that they tried to move on, tried to believe it was possible to leave behind. But there are bonds that cannot be broken. There are connections that withstand time and silence. And the angels show me that you, even without realizing it, still keep this connection alive, with a thought, with a sigh, with a gaze lost in time, when something or someone makes you remember him. There is a bond between you, and this bond pulses, vibrates, screams. Have you ever felt like someone was calling you energetically, as if your mind was invaded by memories, by scenes you had already forgotten? This is not random. It is spiritual. It is his heart seeking yours. Dear, do not ignore this. Do not close yourself off. The angels ask that you allow this energy to flow, that you do not block it with fear, with anger, or with doubts. Because this is a rare opportunity, and if well received, it can change the course of your love story forever. I remember a real case. a woman who spent years away from a great love. Both followed different paths. She believed that everything had ended, but on an ordinary night she received an unexpected message. And that message came with tears, truths, and a request for forgiveness. They started over, with more maturity, with more truth, and above all, with more surrender. And today, they live a love that many say is rare. But do you know what she said? Made all the difference. She listened to the signs and decided not to ignore them. That is what your angel is asking. Do not ignore the signs. Do not close your eyes to what your heart is trying to tell you. This person is reaching the limit. It's on the verge of a reunion, but they need to feel that you are still open to it. The angels are preparing you. They are organizing the feelings, healing old wounds, and setting everything in motion so that this reunion happens in the right way. Without haste, without anxiety, but with truth. And if you feel that there is still a feeling, even if hurt, even if confused, allow yourself to feel, because healing only happens when we face what still hurts, and when we make room for love to act, miracles begin. But beware. Not everything will come as you expect. Sometimes this reunion does not start with flowers or sweet words. Sometimes it starts with tears, with apologies, with looks that say more than 1,000 words, and you need to be ready, prepared to listen, to feel, and to decide with clarity. The angels are with you, guiding your steps, and they want you to know that you do not need to decide anything now. You just need to be open, attentive, connected, because the love of your life is in motion. They are feeling, they are coming, and more than anything, they are being driven by heaven itself. In the next section, I will reveal to you what this person is about to do, and why the angels believe you need to be emotionally prepared for this moment. Oh, and before I forget, the angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 7. Write in the comments, I receive the energy of the angels. My lucky number is 7, and I am blessed. I send love and protection to the person I like and love very much. If this message touched my heart, I will click on Valeur d'Aimer to support this light in reaching more people. Dear, what I'm going to tell you now may stir your mind and heart in a way that perhaps you do not expect. But the angels asked me not to hide anything, because the moment of truth has arrived. They showed me that this person who still lives in you is about to act. Yes, the silence is breaking, but that does not mean everything will come easy. There is a movement happening, but it comes loaded with insecurity, fear, and a lot of accumulated emotion. This person has been rehearsing for days what to say, has written messages that they did not have the courage to send, has almost called but stopped at the last second, and all this because they carry guilt and fear together in their chest. Guilt for not having valued you as you deserved, fear of finding a no as an answer, and the angels show me that she is at a turning point. Either she seeks you out for good, or she drifts away forever, carrying the pain of not having tried. And you, are you ready for this conversation? Before continuing the message, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take the opportunity to do so. This helps us continue creating meaningful content for you. Continuing the message. Don't be alarmed if this person appears unexpectedly. It could be a simple message, an emoji, or even a disjointed phrase. But what lies behind it is much more than words. It's a trembling heart. It's someone trying to gather the courage to open an old wound, even without knowing how they will be received. The angels ask you to look beyond the words, because this person isn't good with them. They might not say everything they feel clearly, but they will show it in the details, in the tone of their voice, in their gaze. And it's up to you to feel. Yes, feel. Because what will matter isn't the speech. It's the truth that will vibrate in the air between you. If you asked me now, but why now? Why is this person coming back at this exact moment? I would answer you with the same conviction I received from the angels. because you have changed, because your energy is different, because even if you still have doubts, you are more whole, more mature, more ready to listen without losing yourself. The angels have worked on you too. You have been healed in parts you didn't even know were wounded. And that's why this conversation needs to happen now. Because you are both different, and because what is to be said couldn't have been said before. I want you to imagine a scene that could be yours. You open your phone and see that notification. Their name appears, your hands tremble, your heart races. But unlike the past, you take a deep breath and feel that you are ready. Not to say yes without thinking, but to listen, to evaluate, to decide with clarity. This strength you feel now was cultivated in silence, in your moments of solitude, on the days you thought you couldn't bear to think about them anymore. But you endured, and now you are here, firm and full of light. The angels ask me to tell you, you are the right person. You don't need to be more than you already are. You don't need to prove anything, because this person isn't seeking perfection. They are seeking a reunion with the truth. And your truth, my dear, is beautiful, strong, and ready to be lived with. Lightness. Now, one important thing. Don't create fairy tale expectations. What comes isn't a romantic movie scene with a soundtrack and a ready-made ending. What comes is human. It's real, and for that very reason it's valuable. There will be nervousness, there will be pauses, there might even be tears, but there will also be healing, and perhaps, just perhaps, a new beginning. But everything depends on how you will react. The angels ask you to prepare emotionally, because this person needs to feel secure on the other end. And that doesn't mean saying yes to everything, but it means showing that you are willing to listen with an open heart, that you won't retaliate with bitterness, that you are there, present, aware, whole. You might be wondering now, and if they don't change, and if it's just another empty promise? This is a fair question, and the angels have a clear answer. You will know. You will know in their gaze. You will know in the vibration of their words, because true love doesn't need explanation, it is felt. And your heart, which has already suffered, has learned to recognize what is real. I know you might be afraid to open up and get hurt again. But the angels insist on repeating, it's better to feel than to live with eternal doubts. Worse than a no is carrying the what if for years. And this person knows that now. That's why they are coming. With timid but real steps. You are ready, even if you think you're not, even if you still have hidden resentments. You are ready to choose with awareness, to decide based on love and no longer on fear. And this, my dear, is a rare blessing, a spiritual achievement. Now take a deep breath. Imagine this conversation happening. See yourself sitting there, serene, listening with your heart. See yourself responding with truth, and see what this can transform within you. Because in the end, this is all about you, about your healing, about your peace, about your self-love. If this person is ready to join you, great. If not, you move forward, whole, illuminated, and free. The angels ask me to end this section with this reminder. Your worth does not depend on the response you receive. It depends on the response you give to yourself. In the next section, I will reveal why certain past pains have not yet healed, and how this might be exactly what is blocking love from entering your life again. Prepare yourself, because what comes next can set you free. Dear soul, the angels have shown me something you may have already felt, but have not yet fully faced. There are wounds within your heart that, although they may seem healed, are still silently open. They are old pains, memories you tucked away deep inside and told yourself, I won't touch this again. But now the time has come. The angels are saying that for true love to fully manifest, these wounds need to be seen, embraced, and finally released. Have you ever stopped to think that perhaps it is not the other person who is preventing you from experiencing complete love, but you yourself, trapped in what was left behind. Sometimes we protect ourselves so much from past pains that we lock ourselves away from everything, including what can heal us. How many times have you told yourself that you were fine, that you had moved on, that you no longer felt anything? But deep down, any memory brings back that tightness in your chest, that urge to cry, that thought, "Why me?" Dear one, the angels are by your side now. They see you from within, and they know you are strong. But they also know you are tired of carrying this alone. Now take a deep breath and do a small exercise with me. Close your eyes and imagine 3 people. The first is you. The second is someone who deeply hurt you. And the third is you again, but with a light heart. Look into the eyes of the person who hurt you. Imagine them there in front of you and say in your thoughts, "I forgive you and set you free. May peace be with you." Now say this to yourself as well. "I forgive myself. I set myself free. May peace be with me." Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you would like to forgive. Visualize each of them. Send love and say, "I forgive you and set you free. May peace be with you." Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. You will feel something within you shift, a warmth, a relief, maybe even a strong emotion rising. This is healing. This is your angel helping you let go of what should have been released long ago. And here is what you need to understand urgently. Untreated wounds are like half-open doors that do not let anyone fully enter. Perhaps, without realizing it, you have closed the door to love with so much fear of feeling again that you have left outside exactly who could bring you back to life. The angels have shown me that the love of your life feels this. They sense that there is something within you that is still trapped, that there is an invisible barrier that protects you, but also isolates you. And this scares them, because they realize that no matter how much they want to get closer, there is still a part of you that fears surrendering. This is your moment of choice. You can continue hiding behind these pains, or you can, with the help of the angels, cross this bridge and open your heart to experience something new, even with this person or with someone the universe will yet bring to you. The most important thing now is to set yourself free, because true love only enters free hearts. Let me tell you a real story. A woman, already in her 50s, once wrote to me saying she had spent 24 years with her heart closed. The great love of her life left her without explanation, and she could never trust again. Until one day, during a regular walk, she saw a butterfly land on her arm. At that moment, she felt a shiver. The next day, she received a letter. It was from him, 24 years later. He had dreamed about her for several nights until he decided to look for her. And you know what she told me? If I had continued carrying resentment, I would have missed the chance to live the most beautiful love of my life. Dear one, this could be you. The angels are moving the structures. And it's not to hurt you, it's to heal you. It's so you can live what you deserve. A true reciprocal love without fear, without hiding. But first you need to look within and say, "I free myself from what held me back. I allow myself to love again." Don't ignore what's happening inside you now. This restlessness, this emotion rising in your chest, this lump in your throat. All of this is your angel acting, not like a gentle breeze, but like a shout, a warning full of love. You need to free yourself now. Remember, the past can no longer rule you. It has already happened. It doesn't come back. But the future, my dear, the future is still being written. And the angels are holding the pen, waiting only for your permission to write something new, something beautiful. In the next section, I will reveal what this person's greatest fear is regarding you, and why the angels believe they can only overcome it if you do something you haven't done yet. Prepare yourself, because what comes next could be the turning point for this story. Dear soul, there is something very important you need to know about this person, something the angels insist on showing because the time for clarity has come. This person feels something so strong, so intense for you, that they can barely understand it, but at the same time there is a hidden fear, the greatest fear they have regarding you, the fear of not being able to make you happy. Yes, that's right. Even if this person has hurt you, distanced themselves, or remained silent, deep down they have always carried a doubt that torments them. What if I'm not enough for her? This doubt has prevented steps, delayed meetings, silenced apologies, because this person, whom you see as someone who left you aside, actually struggles with deep insecurity, fueled by past mistakes, unresolved traumas, and an inner belief that perhaps they don't deserve your love. Can you feel the weight of this? The angels showed me that yes, that someone who still lives in your thoughts, sees himself as less than you imagine. He believes you deserve something better, and this thought, instead of propelling him, paralyzes him. Pride doesn't allow him to confess this aloud, but in the silence of his soul he repeats, "What if I mess everything up again?" This fear makes him avoid conversations, take too long to respond, or pretend he has moved on. But the truth, my dear, is that he is frozen, and that's why the angels shout. Because if you don't know this, you might interpret everything wrong. You might think it's disinterest, coldness, cowardice, when in reality it's fragility hidden behind a mask. But now comes something very important. The angels said that only you have the power to break this wall. Not with declarations, not with haste, not with desperation, but with something you may not have done yet. Showing with serenity that he doesn't need to be perfect to be loved, that what you want is not a hero, but someone real, that the love you lived, or that is about to be reborn, doesn't demand perfection but truth. This person believes you expect something grand, when all your heart desires is sincerity. So, if he comes to you, don't scare him with demands. What he needs to feel is that the space is clean, that you are also willing to start over without unrealistic expectations, because the angels say, love only flourishes on clean ground. And perhaps now you are wondering, but why doesn't he say this? Why doesn't he open up once and for all? The answer is simple and harsh, because he still waits for a sign that it is safe to return. And that sign can be you. A small gesture, a softer response, a more open look, something that says, without words, I also made mistakes, but I'm still here. Dear, listen carefully. The angels are clearing the paths, dissolving the noise, removing interferences. But they cannot do for you what only you can do. Take the first emotional step. Perhaps you think you have done too much, that he should come after you. But what if I told you that true love is not about who made the most mistakes or who gives in first, but about who is willing to try again with humility? You can choose to forgive. You can choose to allow. You can choose to listen. Or you can continue waiting for him to change without knowing what you feel. But the angels warn, time is moving fast, and this window of reconnection will not stay open for much longer. This is the time to be bigger than pride. It's time to see the soul behind the fear. I remember a beautiful story that the angels brought me, a couple who were separated for 7 years due to a misunderstanding. 7 years without contact, both thought the other had given up, until one day in a bookstore they crossed paths. Their eyes met, and no words were spoken immediately. Just tears, because at that moment they understood that there was never a lack of love. There was just too much fear, fear of not being enough for each other. Dear, you are not alone. Your angel is with you now, trying to make this reunion different. Not a repeat of the past, but a rebirth, a more conscious, more present, lighter love. But for that you need to act differently too. You know that resentment that still appears when you think about everything that didn't happen? It needs to Be cleaned. You know that expectation you carry in silence? It needs to be transformed into acceptance. Only then will you allow love to enter through the right door and not through the old wound. Your angel is shouting, show him that you still believe. In the next section, I will tell you how to identify the exact moment when this person will come to you, and what signs the angels are already placing on your path to warn you about this. But before we continue, take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and say softly, I release the fear. I embrace love. I accept healing. The time of reunion is approaching. What you do now will determine everything. Dear soul, now that you have understood the fears, the blocks and the wounds that still live between you, the angels have shown me the next step, recognizing the clear signs that this person is about to approach. Yes, there is a specific moment, approaching, an instant that may seem ordinary, but which in fact is being carefully prepared by spirituality. Have you noticed that in recent days certain things are starting to happen more frequently? Like seeing repeated numbers, feeling a name come out of nowhere, hearing songs that marked your past, or even dreaming about situations that seemed forgotten. This is not a coincidence. This is a warning. These are the angels shouting in the form of coincidence. They are trying to prepare you for what is to come. And the question now is, are you willing to listen and act according to these signs? Before we continue, share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's together build a chain of love and mutual support, and leave a comment with a prayer for your guardian angel. He is listening and acting. Now, back to the message. There's a spiritual movement that has begun to happen between you two, an energetic connection that has intensified in recent times. This person is being led to think about you more deeply, more truly, and most importantly, with a desire to repair what was broken. And you must have felt this too. It's not just longing, it's connection. The angels show me 3 signs that you will begin to notice more strongly in the coming days. Reunion in dreams. This person will appear to you during sleep, but differently. Not as a memory. It will seem real. They will touch your hand. They will say something that moves your heart. These dreams are spiritual encounters. They are rehearsals for the conversation that is approaching. When this happens, upon waking, close your eyes and give thanks, because the reunion in the physical plane is closer than you imagine. Unexpected contact. You may receive a short message, an emoji, a simple hi. Don't dismiss this. Don't underestimate the courage behind this gesture. For them, it will represent breaking enormous internal barriers, and your reaction will determine what comes next. The angels say, be kind. Receive the gesture with lightness. Depth will come gradually, the echo of the name. You will hear this person's name in places you don't expect. Someone will mention it without reason. You will see it written on a sign or in a random post. These echoes are reminders. They are spiritual nudges saying, prepare your heart, they are coming. Perhaps you doubt. Perhaps you think, is it really? And that's okay. Doubt is part of it. But the angels want you to know that the reunion does not depend on your belief. It depends on your availability. Even if you are afraid, if you are open, the universe will act. And when that moment comes, when you look into each other's eyes again, time will stop for a few seconds. There will be silence. There will be nervousness. But there will be truth. You will feel it in the gaze, in the way of breathing, in the energy between you. It won't be like the past. It will be different, more real, more human, more present. But beware. The angels ask that you do not fall into the trap of expectation. The reunion may not come wrapped in romance. It may come with shyness, with pauses, with insecurity. And you know why? Because this person does not want to make mistakes again. And they need to feel that you are also willing to start over slowly, with patience and above all, with compassion. The angels also showed me that you will be tested. It may be that just before the reunion, something happens to make you insecure, a piece of news, a rumor, a painful memory. This is common. It's fear trying to prevent healing. But now you know, this fear no longer rules. Your heart has learned, it has grown, and even if you still have doubts, it knows the way. Dear one, it's time to embrace the signs. It's time to accept that the love of your life is still looking for you, and the angels are saying, it's not the end. It's a restart, and perhaps the most beautiful of all. If this message truly touched you, then allow it to touch other people as well. Share this light. Multiply this love. And if you want to leave a word for your guardian angel in the comments, they are ready to receive. In the next section, you will discover the true role this person has in your spiritual life and why you met in this existence. What I will reveal next may completely change your view of everything you have experienced so far. Dear soul, there is something you have always felt but never been able to explain clearly. Why does this person affect you so much? Why, even with time, with distance, with all the obstacles, are they still alive inside you? The angels asked me to tell you, with all the words, this is not a coincidence. This person has a spiritual role in your life. Yes, you met in this existence for a greater purpose than simply living a romance. Your encounter carries learning, healing, growth, and liberation. And that's why the connection is so strong. Because it's not just about romantic love. It's about soul evolution. Many people spend their entire lives crossing paths with passing hearts, but from time to time, the universe allows two souls who have already recognized each other in past lives to meet again. And when that happens, the impact is inevitable. You felt it. In the first glance, in the first touch, there was something different. Something that couldn't be explained, but that was recognized deep within the soul. The angels show me that, in other existences, you and this person have already been together. Perhaps as partners, perhaps as friends, or even as family. And in this life, the reunion came with a mission to heal what was not resolved before. But for that to happen, it was necessary to go through the challenge, through separation, through silence. Because only then would you have the chance to grow individually and then meet again in a more conscious, freer, truer way. And you know what's most beautiful? Even on the days you wanted to give up, even when you said you couldn't take it anymore, even when you cried in silence, the bond between you never broke. Because it is spiritual. It doesn't break with absence. It doesn't weaken with time. It remains until both of you are ready to look at each other again. With new eyes. Can you see it now? The pain you felt was not punishment, it was preparation. The distance was not rejection, it was a lesson. And this reunion that is approaching is redemption. This person came to help you look within, to show you where you still needed to heal. And you, with your light, also awakened feelings in her that she herself didn't know how to deal with. You both were mirrors. And that's why it hurts so much, because when you truly see yourself, it's impossible to come out unscathed. But that's exactly what the angels are celebrating now. You endured the process. And here's the truth that needs to be told. Now, the reunion can happen with a new purpose, not to relive what was, but to build what can still be. The angels ask, you don't see this return as a chance to go back to the past. See it as an opportunity to rewrite the future, with new words, with new gestures, with a new heart. You are no longer the same as before, and neither is he. You suffered, learned, grew. And now, if there is openness, you can live a love much lighter, more sincere, more connected to the essence of each one. But this reunion will only be complete if both of you accept that what brought you together was not chance, it was a soul mission. And missions like this are not easy. They are intense, deep, but also transformative. Perhaps you feel now a mix of emotion and relief, because deep down you already knew it wasn't just any story, knew there was something greater. And now the angels confirm there was indeed, and there still is. But dear, here's a warning. The reunion can be blessed, yes, but it will only be lasting if both of you are able to act with awareness, to leave behind the ego, control, pride, and make room for vulnerability, for surrender, for truth. If that happens, you won't just live a beautiful love. You will live a shared spiritual healing, something that will touch not just the two of you, but everyone around you, because soul love transforms everything it touches. Now, look within and ask yourself, I ready to live this reunion with maturity and peace? If the answer is yes, then write in the comments, I accept my soul reunion. May it come with light, with healing, and with truth. In the next section, you will discover how to emotionally prepare for this new cycle and how the angels want you to act when this contact happens. Because what comes next requires balance, sensitivity, and wisdom. Dear soul, you've come a long way to get here. You've read truths that you might have never put into words before. You felt memories awakening within you, emotions emerging, and a new understanding arising, like a gentle light that envelops you. Now the angels tell you it's time to prepare. But prepare for what? For the reunion, for the message, for the contact, and more than that, for the chance to do things differently. We're not just talking about being ready to hear what this person has to say. We're talking about being at peace with yourself, because the true reunion doesn't start with the other person. It starts within you. How many times have you prepared for their return with anxiety, with a tight chest, a choked voice, your mind creating 1,000 possibilities? But now it's different. Now you will prepare with awareness, with calm, with confidence. And how do the angels want you to do this? First, by silencing. Silence the guilt. Silence the pride. Silence the old fears that have always tried to convince you that you weren't enough. You are. You always have been. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. The love that awaits you doesn't demand explanation. It only asks for truth. Then the angels ask, release control. You don't need to predict what will happen. You don't need to think about every word. You don't need to anticipate every gesture. Just be whole, present, honest. If they come, receive them. If they are silent, trust. If they run away, bless and move on. But in all cases, don't abandon yourself. Remember, the greatest proof of spiritual preparation is keeping your light on, even if the other is still in the dark. You don't need to dim your light to wait for someone to find you, but you can leave a window open, and whoever wants to enter, let them come with truth. Now here's something important that the angels insist on telling you. Don't demand perfection. In this reunion, maybe you'll cry, maybe you'll freeze, maybe you'll feel a mix of anger and tenderness at the same time. It's okay. Emotion is not the enemy of wisdom. It is the bridge that connects you to your deepest truth. The angels want you to act with sweetness but with firmness, with love but with discernment. They say open your heart but keep your feet on the ground. If they come with words, listen. If they come with silence, listen too. And feel. Feel with your body, with your soul, with your spirit. The vibration of someone who comes with true intention doesn't deceive. If you feel peace, even in the face of uncertainty, trust. If you feel a lump in your throat, pain in your chest, imbalance, wait. Your body is the first to know when something is right. And the most beautiful thing of all is that the angels are already preparing the environment around you for this moment. They are acting in the details. In the time when you will cross paths, in the way the message will arrive, in the lightness with which the universe will weave this reunion. But they also asked me to remind you, don't deposit all your happiness in this. This reunion is sacred, yes, but your life is bigger, your path is wider, and your light is independent of any person. Now is the moment to align your feelings, to breathe with confidence. To look in the mirror and say, I am ready to live love without carrying the weight of the past. Dear one, when this moment arrives, and it is near, you will feel something very special. A shiver in your arms, a warmth in your chest, a different peace in your heart. It will be your angel saying, go, everything is fine. You no longer need to protect yourself from something that was born to heal you. And if in the middle of all this, fear strikes, just return to yourself. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and repeat, I choose peace. I welcome love. I free myself from what has passed. I trust in what comes. This is the prayer of your preparation. And if this message resonated with your heart, know that the angels smiled just now, because every word here was blown from heaven to remind you are ready, even if you don't know it yet. In the next section, you'll discover how to act after the reunion, how to protect yourself spiritually, keep your energy high, and decide wisely whether this love should continue or be released with peace. And now, with all love and protection, I leave you with this final reminder. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, I am ready to live love with wisdom and peace. Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Dear soul, after everything that has been revealed, felt, and understood, the angels ask me to deliver one last message to you, one that perhaps you have never heard so clearly and strongly. You did not come into this world to love in silence. You came to be loved with truth, with reciprocity, with presence. This reunion with this special person, which can happen at any moment, is not the end of the story. It is a moment of choice. And the angels want you to make this choice with your head held high, with wisdom, and with the certainty that you are the priority of your life. Now that you have understood the role of this person in your spiritual journey, now that you have understood that your connection goes beyond time and logic, it is time to decide, will you choose love with peace? Or will you continue trapped in love with pain? The angels do not want you to accept someone out of need, fear of loneliness, or attachment to the past. They want you to choose consciously. That when you open your door, you are saying, I love myself so much that I only allow by my side those who love me too. And if this person comes with sincerity, with real actions, with presence and humility, you will know, and the angels will celebrate with you. But if they come with the same uncertainties, with the same emotional distance disguised as affection, with vague promises and cold silences, you will also know. And the angels will be by your side when you say, I release you. And I release myself too. Dear one, there is no wrong ending. What matters now is the peace you will feel afterward. If the reunion is to rebuild, let it be with new bricks. If it is to end, let it be with respect, with gratitude, and with a light soul. And for this, the angels want you to follow 3 sacred steps after the reunion. Protect your energy. After any conversation or contact, take some time for yourself. Take a bath, light a candle, play music that calms you. Breathe deeply and return to your center. Love is only healthy when it doesn't take us away from ourselves. Ask for spiritual guidance. Talk to your angels. Ask, is this the path to my peace? And listen to the silent answers. In your intuition, in your body, in your calm. Peace is the most honest answer the universe can give you. Trust what you feel. You do not need anyone's approval. If you feel it is time to move forward with this person, go with courage. If you feel it is time to move forward alone, go with dignity. The truth is, you have already won. You have overcome fear, overcome doubt, overcome need. Today, you are here with an open heart and an awakened soul. And This, my dear, is the greatest miracle that exists. And now the angels ask me to give you one last gift. Your lucky number for today is 4. It represents protection, stability, and the presence of angels around you. Write in the comments, "I receive the energy of the angels. My lucky number is 4. And I am blessed. I send love and protection to the person I like and love very much." If this message touched my heart, I will click "Loved it" to support this light in reaching other people. Dear soul, this message reached you for a reason. It was written for you, to remind you that you are loved, you are deserving, you are ready, and now you can choose with lightness. If this person comes, may they come to add. If they don't, may they be released with a blessing. Because what matters in the end is that you are free and beautiful within. Carry this closing with you. I am ready to live love with wisdom and peace. And remember, if this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "My heart is ready to live love in peace and truth." Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.